You and Leo.
Mother Nature has up her sleeve. Offer ends 10/15/18. Prices, model, availability may vary by dealer. 0% for 48 months, subject to approval. Installment credit with John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Other special rates and terms may be available. So see your dealer for details and other financing options.
Great. Yeah. I mean, it's free, so.
What packs the horsepower, options, and simplified controls to make it the ideal chore machine? John Deere 6110M through 6155M series tractors. That's what. Where can you get one with up to $11,500 off or financing as low as 0% for 48 months? Your local U.S. Tractor and Harvest Inc. That's where. Winter's coming. Here's your chance to be ready for anything Mother Nature has up her sleeve. Offer ends 10/15/18. What packs the horsepower, options, and simplified controls to make it the ideal chore machine? John Deere 6110M through 6155M series tractors. That's what. Where can you get one with up to $11,500 off or financing as low as 0% for 48 months? Your local U.S. Tractor and Harvest Inc. That's where. Winter's coming. Here's your chance to be ready for anything Mother Nature has up her sleeve. Offer ends 10/15/18.
And the pizza is hot and ready.
This is Charlie MacArthur, and I'm proud to have Carrie Hermosinski representing the citizens of Route County as County Commissioner. In four short years, Carrie has accomplished more than most elected officials of a successful groundbreaking at the combined law enforcement facility, for inclusion in the state's Rural Jumpstart program, for inclusion in the state's rural Jumpstart program, and advocating for property rights solutions to affordable housing concerns are just some of the critical issues Carrie has tackled. This November, I'll be casting my vote to empower Carrie for another 4 years of superb leadership in this community. Thanks so much. This is Charlie MacArthur, and I'm proud to have Carrie Hermosinski representing the citizens of...
This ad was paid for by the committee to re-elect Carrie Hermosinski.
This is... Rural Jumpstart program and leadership in this community. Thanks so much.
This ad was paid for by the committee to...
In 4 short years, Carrie has accomplished more than most elected officials of a much longer tenure. Successful groundbreaking at the combined law enforcement facility, lobbying for inclusion in the state's Rural Jumpstart program, This is Charlie MacArthur, and I'm proud to have Carrie Hermosinski representing the citizens of Route County as County Commissioner. This is Charlie MacArthur, and I'm proud to have Carrie Hermosinski representing the citizens of Route County as County Commissioner. This is Charlie MacArthur, and I'm proud to have...
No sedan.
Let's go, Sailors! Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank, and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School soccer broadcast. Well, falls upon us this time for some hometown soccer on the Gardner pitch. Yampa Valley Bank congratulates each player on the Sailor soccer squad. Steamboat High School athletics are an example of our genuine hometown. Yampa Valley Bank, genuine hometown banking. If you're looking for a better banking experience, walk, or better yet, slide tackle through our doors. Remember FDIC and equal housing lender.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
My name is Owen Peterson. I'm a freshman in high school. I'm number 37 and I play as a winger. I've been playing for as long as I can remember. Along with soccer, I like to play sports like I really enjoy track and basketball for fun and skiing. I don't really know where I'd like to go to college because that's pretty far out, but I definitely would like to go to college. If I go to college, I don't think that I'll be playing any sports. I can't really see myself in 10 years because that's far away, but I'd like to possibly be starting a family by then or something like that. Outside of school, I'm also involved in, I really enjoy fishing, hanging out with my friends, being with family, and working. My favorite subject in school is probably science. I don't really have a favorite. They're all the same to me. My favorite movie is, I don't really have a favorite. I like a bunch of movies. My goals for the season are just to improve as a player and make new friends. My goals for life are just to probably have a family and work hard. What I'll remember most about being a sailor is just that family and the brotherhood. My name is Owen Peterson, and I'm a freshman, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
This has been your Sailor Spotlight on KTYV 105.7 and online at SteamboatRadio.com.
Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM is brought to you by Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, The Corner Slice, Mountain View Car Wash, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, The Allerton Agency with Allstate, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, and Chris Puckett for the downtown Edward Jones office. It's time now for Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and SteamboatRadio.com.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Summit High School, just outside Breckenridge, Colorado. Should be a great matchup. Your Steamboat Sailors boys soccer team getting set to take on the hometown Summit Tigers. Summit comes into this one 2-2 overall, 1-1 in league play, and your Sailors are 5-1 overall, 4-1 in league play. But of course, coming off of that heartbreaking defeat, 7-2 on Tuesday against Battle Mountain. So we'll see what kind of response your Sailors have in them. It's a game number 2 of 3 in a matter of 5 days, so it's quite a bit for this Sailors soccer team, but it's definitely going to be a fun one, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of response these boys have, especially against a tough league opponent like Summit. And not just that, but we are here, of course, at Summit High School. Opening lineups are getting announced right now, and then we're a second away from the national anthem. So I'm going to step back to the studio for a quick moment. Again, I'm Vlad and Chase here on your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection. We're KTYV 105.7, also online at SteamboatRadio.com. You can watch this game online as well. It is working. Our boxcast is working, if you can believe that. But as I said, back in just a couple minutes for the opening kickoff here from Summit High School. Your Steamboat Sailors just about set to get underway, but we're going to have that national anthem first. So I'll be back with more on your Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7, and online at SteamboatRadio.com.
Mountain View Car Wash, just awesome touchdown dances.
That's not the only way to support the
Back with you here from Summit High School. Your Steamboat Sailors are donning their away white uniforms, red numbers and trim, as they're just getting the last few words from the coaching staff before we get the opening kickoff here on your Sailor Sports Connection. Again, it's KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com. Looks as though your Sailors will be headed right to left on the radio dial. Now they're going to switch sides. Left to right on the radio dial just because they like to make it confusing for me. But left to right here on 105.7, your Sailor Sports Connection. And once again, Axel Kovac in goal for Steamboat. Here from Summit High School. Should be a good matchup. Your Sailors looking to redeem themselves a little bit after that performance on Tuesday down in Battle Mountain. It was a tough game, and of course they're in the middle of a real hard stretch for them. They're going to end up playing, I think, 4 games in 7 or 8 days, so every other day or so, because they've got another one, their first home game at Gardner Field. They've had a couple at Dudley, but their first home game at Gardner Pitch on Tuesday against Glenwood. For now, though, again, it's your Steamboat Sailors against the hometown Summit Tigers. Tigers are in green uniforms, white numbers, and trim. Your Sailors will kick the ball off to start things off in this first half of play. Murphy Bowman is wearing his captain's band and is in the big circle here for this opening kickoff. Brian Arias also donning that green around his left arm. Whistle blows. We're underway with half number 1. Thanks for tuning in. It's Steamboat Sailors Boys Soccer. Arias has this. Sends it up to Quinn Connell at the midfield. Gives it to Sam Brown back on his back line, and he'll just switch the pitch to Kevin Castor. Reverses course, gives it back to Brown just outside the Steamboat 18 here. Up to Connell, outside quickly to Arias. Arias with good control. His pass, though, a little behind Connell. Intercepted, turned the other way, and here comes Farid Infante. Infante couldn't get a lane, though. Nice job swarming defensively for your Steamboat Sailors, and they quickly try and turn it the other way. Bowman's trying to escape. He's got help from Caparelli, who splits a couple defenders. Caparelli now coming up the right wing. Reverses course with the ball. Sends it to Arias. Arias on a little overlap play is going to try and serve one in. It finds the foot of Riley Moore, whose heel pass is going to harmlessly go into the hands of the keeper, Chris Lopez, for the Summit Tigers. So good early opportunity there from your Steamboat Sailors. Just an errant heel pass off of the foot of Riley Moore. The kick there from Lopez then turns into an immediate throw-in for Steamboat. I'm going to try multitask here and do the camera as well. So if I forget to do that, I apologize beforehand. It's going to be Castor now, who's trying to go all the way back to his own keeper there, and he finds Axel Kovac. Kovac now sends it near side to Brian Arias, and Arias is going to look up the field, tries to make a pass to Caparelli, couldn't quite connect with it, and it bounces around and eventually off of a Summit player, then a Steamboat guy, and out of bounds. So it will be a Summit throw-in. The toss comes to the near side. Once again cleared out, this time by Quinn Connell. And now it'll be another throw-in deep here in Steamboat territory for the Summit Tigers, as this one will be taken by Rios. Rios gets the ball right back. He's donning one of the captain's bands for the Tigers. Quickly dishes a pass off, and the Tigers try to attack, but a good job from Steamboat, at least defensively, making sure there's no easy lanes to the goal, and the shot ends up going well through the uprights, and it will be a goal kick for your Steamboat squad. Just a couple minutes into this first half of play, scoreless from Summit High School. The Sailors again left to right on the radio dial, and Kovac is just going to step off as Sam Brown will take this for the Steamboat Sailors. On the far side of the 6, Brown now steps into one, lets it fly. It's going to be knocked down by Summit initially, pushed forward then by Quinn Connell, but it'll be taken right back by Summit for a moment. Battled for, and eventually the ball comes free to a Steamboat player. It's Riley Moore. Reverses around one man. Through ball there from Moore. He's trying to find Lopez up that left wing. Lopez, though, can't quite get to it before Chris Lopez of the Tigers, then the keeper there for Summit, just clears the danger area. Your Sailors will have a throw in here from the far side. Now they're going to say it went off of a Steamboat player somehow. I don't know how that one transpired, but Summit will take over Infante. Lost the ball. Good tackle there from Connell. Followed up by Alejo Quezada. Quezada has help from Daniel Lopez up the left wing. Serves one across, and it gets free of the keep. There's Caparelli. He tries to put one up, and that ends up going through the uprights, but a really good opportunity from Oliver Caparelli as your Sailors had a chance at it with Chris Lopez not being able to hold on to that ball. He's going to step off of this one now as the Tigers will have a goal kick of their own. It looks as though it's going to be Peter Haynes to take this, and Haynes will send this all the way to the midfield line. Headed out of bounds there by Gabriel Davis. And now it will be a throw-in for Summit. Tigers get this into Infante. He's going to be tackled off the ball, and it's going to result in another throw-in here for Summit on that far sideline. Gabriel Davis fights for it for your Sailors. Comes up the near side. Daniel Lopez trying to fight for it. Can't come up with control. It's going to be Summit again trying to attack. Worked up this left wing. Nice opportunity here, and a shot goes just wide of the goal frame. That was close. Off the foot of Angel Rios. Good chance there, but it heads just wide of the goal frame, and it will turn into another Steamboat goal kick here as Sam Brown sets this one up to the near side. Brown surveys his options and goes for the long ball. That's going to be knocked forward again by Rios, who is all over the field here in the early goings of this first half of play. 35 minutes left. And it's now Infante challenging for it. He's going to lose possession and his footing as well. I'm getting spoiled here in the press box. Too nice. As the Sailors now come up the other way for just a moment. They lose the ball, get it right back. Lopez with a pass, can't connect with Connell. Instead, it's going to be taken by Summit, and they try to attack once more. A lot of play between the tops of the 18s here in the early goings. First 5 minutes of play now elapsed. Murphy Bowman going to chase this one down near side. Summit, though, still with possession. They're going to send it to their back line. Quickly back over the midfield with possession. Here comes Steamboat. Little chip through. Murphy Bowman's going to try and get there, and he's got a read on the ball. A chance. He's pushed from behind. I don't know how that one's not a foul. Murphy Bowman just got knocked from behind when he had an obvious attack on the ball and a good read on it. And he pleads his case with the officials, but that won't result in anything, unfortunately, for Bowman. That is wild that one was not a foul. Now Summit trying to take this one up the other way. Tigers get Wolfson to lead the charge here for the boys in green. Your Sailors, again, though, swarming defensively. They've really started out well here against Summit. After that quick start from Battle Mountain on Tuesday, the Sailors were looking to make sure that they don't allow the hometown squad another chance at that, and they've done an excellent job so far. Kovac is up to grab that one out of the air. Axel now rolls it up quickly. He's looking for Davis. It's going to be turned the other way, though. And Summit once again trying to attack. Shot there. Knocked down by Kovac. He's got to get up and recover. Here's Infante. His shot towards the goal frame. Stopped as well. It's still in bounds. Infante near side. Gets dispossessed, and Sam Brown will take it. He's got time and space to work with and sends it up the near side. Bowman goes shoulder to shoulder with a Summit player and ends up being a foul against the boys in green. What a quick chain of events there. And a good opportunity from Summit that is going to be curtailed by the Steamboat D. I'm trying to currently get the SD card out, so if you're wondering why the camera's not working, that's the reason. Comes up the near sideline again, gets away from the foot of Rios, however, and it will be a Steamboat throw deep in their own territory. Sailors get the toss. It's past the foot of Caparelli, and it's going to come free as Riley Moore will take over. Moore sends it to the middle of the field, and a wide open Quinn Connell's got time and space to work with. Connell dodges around a defender, tries to follow up, but his second touch on the ball just sent a little too far. Rios has it for Summit now, and he's going to try for a long through ball, and that'll be harmlessly into the hands of Axel Kovac, who is out to make a play at this. Quickly thrown up the near side by Kovac, finds Arias. Arias tries to step around Rios, gets dispossessed. Worked it away, and Angel Rios will try for a fancy play to this near side. Service comes in, and Fonte's there. Nice header from Kevin Castor. He gets that one out of the danger area for your Sailors. And And so it'll go back and forth and back again. Here's Daniel Lopez with a service near side. He's got Caparelli with it, but got away from him on the first touch. And he'll come to the near sideline. Throw in for Steamboat. Nice defensive play there from the Tigers. Now Moore will just step off the ball, let Brian Arias take it in his stead. And it's going to be a toss over the head of Moore. Bounces twice, and it'll be cleared out off the foot of Peter Haynes. Comes all the way back to the midfield line. Steamboat does have it there. Castor swings it to the far sideline, finding Gabe Davis. Davis steps in, finds Quezada, one-touch play to Connell. Connell will settle this a little bit. He gives one up looking for Bowman, goes shoulder to shoulder with his defender, and eventually it's taken and fired the other way by Summit. This will result in a foot race. Sam Brown, nice play there defensively, getting ahead on that ball, and he comes up with a possession himself. Nice job from Sam. He had an excellent game on Tuesday as well, and he's just been playing solid throughout the beginning portion of this year. And it looks as though Chris Lopez is just going to leave that one off. It'll be a goal kick coming up for the Summit Tigers. He didn't want to scoop that one up. Didn't have any pressure on him, but opts for the goal kick instead. And once again, we see Peter Haynes in there on the far side of the 6. So the Steamboat Sailors have forced Summit into a few more goal kicks than we've seen at the other end. So hopefully that's saying that that possessive game is at least solid to start things off for Steamboat. Here's Riley Moore, chip through, looking for Murphy Bowman. Again, he's knocked off the ball. And it's going to be Lopez now battling for it. Looks as though the referees are going to let him play here today. Summit now coming with possession near side. It's going to be Wolfson who has it. Sends it up that far sideline. Can't connect with his intended target. It was Munoz on the far side. Quickly Munoz throws it in, though, as Steamboat had at least been able to clear the danger area there initially. Now Davis will send it all the way back to his keeper. Kovac makes a nice step on the ball, and it comes all the way out. Settled by the foot of his another Summit player. And good defense again from your Sailors, knocking this one free and coming to the near side. So it'll be Rios to throw in from the near sideline for the Summit Tigers, deep here in Steamboat territory. 0-0 game with just under half an hour to play in the first half. Rios settles, tries to get away from Moore, serves one up. That one is going to go wide of the goal and result in a goal kick for your Sailors this time. Do want to thank the Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank member, FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and the homeowner's friend. This time it's going to be Davis to kick it away. Throws one up high. Connell trying to take it down. Comes to the turf once more, and Infante tries to come near side. Reverses course with it. Back again. He's 1-on-3. Gets a nice little pass in, but a good challenge there from Brown. The right center back for Steamboat clears this one, and Lopez will take over. Lopez in, finds Moore. Nice pass from Lopez, but Moore can't get his ensuing feed to go. And so Summit will have the ball once again. They're going to try and work it up that far flank. Battle for, and the Tigers eventually push one into the foot of Kevin Castor. He gets it for Steamboat, gives it to Davis. Davis will just clear the danger area. He was swarmed by a number of green jersey players. And so right in front of the Summit bench, the Tigers will have a throw. Again, your Sailors scoreless with Summit right now in the early goings of this one. Infante tried to just head it back to Munoz, and that actually went out of bounds as well. So Steamboat will have their own toss. This one comes into Connell. He settles it. Going to go for a long ball. He's looking for Caparelli near side, but a little bit too far for Oliver. And so throwing near sideline in Summit territory. Tigers to take this one. It's going to be worked right back to the man who threw it. That's Alan Lopez. Taken now by Haynes, and he clears one up to the far side. Ball bounces high, settled by Lopez. Lopez tries to turn away from pressure, and Daniel Lopez gets free, breaking ankles in the process. Chips one up, looking for Bowman. He heads one on. Here's Connell with a chance. A shot. That one misfires as he just missed the goal by a foot or two on what was an excellent opportunity. Connell had time and space to work with. He was forced into volleying that one out of the air. However, it really looked like he could have had a golden chance there. Nice play all around from your Sailors. Haynes once again kicking this one up over the head of Infante. Foot race to the far side, and Brown is going to be there first for Steamboat. want to thank the Corner Slice. Celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square, downtown Steamboat. Also, Mountain View Car Wash helping the Sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Thrown on the far side, hits off a Summit player, goes out of bounds, so now it's going to be a Steamboat toss. And it's Gabe Davis who will take this one with just under 27 minutes to go. Long ball there from Davis, finds Daniel Lopez. Settles it, tries to give it into Connell. Continue to switch the pitch to the near side. Sam Brown steps into it, fires a quick pass up to Riley Moore. Moore with time and space to work with. Eventually lost that and lost it to a tackle there from a Summit defender, but nice job getting it right back from your Sailors. Lopez tried to step around a guy, couldn't do it. Worked it away again. Summit leads Infante. Infante tries to get into the 18. Nice slide from Brown. Forced Infante off the ball enough to give Arias time to take that for your Sailors. Battled for it midfield line once again, and it's going to be worked to Haynes. Haynes on the back line. Gives it over to the far side. Lopez almost was able to steal that one from the foot of Kevin Perez, but Perez is going to go up the far side. Tries to serve one to Infante. Couldn't connect with him. Instead, it's turned back to that far sideline again. A service comes in. Knocked down this time by Kevin Castor, and Castor's going to just look up the field. Decides his best option's Riley Moore in the middle of the pitch. Gives it up quickly to Quinn Connell. Connell now in the big circle. He's going to try to attack. He's got a man barreling down him and players collide. That was Bowman. Swung to the outside to Caparelli. Service comes right back through. Lopez is stepping into it. And now Daniel Lopez trying to shake off a defender and sends one back. That's behind his intended target of Quezada. And here comes Summit the other way. That pass to Infante behind him, and Kevin Castor intercepts and goes right back for Steamboat, as neither team really able to establish any dominant control numbers and possessive numbers. 25-23 left here, and first half play. It's Quinn Connell now far side at the top of the 18. Eventually worked free to a Summit player once again on a nice tackle, and Infante has it. Still in his own half of play, eventually forced up off the foot of Saul Munoz and deep into Steamboat territory. No one home there for the Tigers, however, so your Sailors once more gain possession. Boys in white. They're left to right on the radio dial here on KTYV 105.7 and online at steamboatradio.com. And that service from Quinn Connell a little too far for Daniel Lopez. Throwing from the far side for the Tigers. Neither team had made a substitution to this point. Infante now does come off for Summit. Ball's going to be headed forward off the noggin of Kevin Castor. Comes right back to the back line again. This time Sam Brown pushes it forward. And Caparelli was trying to touch that one along. He almost had Bowman in behind the defense. He gets a second chance at it. Swings up the right wing. He's got Riley Moore. Chip through from Moore. And it's going to come down in the 18 and eventually be gathered in by the hands of Chris Lopez. And the keeper will just survey his options. He likes a punt. This one comes down before the midfield line. Challenged for in the 50-50 ball. Turns into a Steamboat possession for at least a minute. Moore tried to push that one up this near side to Caparelli. Couldn't get it to him. Instead, Arias steps in. He's got possession for a second. And it's back and forth. It is going to be worked by Kevin Castor. He finds Gabe Davis up quickly to the 50-yard line and Alejo Quezada. Quezada now gets this. He's got someone up that left wing. He tried to get it to him. Daniel Lopez knows he can't chase that one down. It crosses the end line in totality, and we've got ourselves a goal kick for Summit once again. So Steamboat trying to forced to play a little bit here. Your Sailors getting a little bit more comfortable in this match from Summit High School. This kick from Haynes, knocked down by Bowman. Chance for Bowman. He's going to try and get away from Haynes and loses his footing once again, as Bowman has ended up on the turf a few times throughout the match already. And a couple of those challenges have looked pretty tough on the body. Ensuing kick out of the hands of Kovac and off his feet. He found Quinn Connell. Now it's worked to Quezada. In the big circle, he's got help from Riley Moore. Back to Quezada. Now up to Quinn Connell. Stretches, gets it in with the left foot. He's going to just take this, fakes it from range, steps around a defender, and can't get into the 18. And a good job there from the last man back. That was Alan Lopez. Comes right back towards this 50-yard line. Taken by the Tigers. They're going to try and work it up the left wing, and they do so, but a good job from Arias, who got in the way. And a nice stretch there from your Steamboat senior and one of the captain leaders here on the Sailors, as he is able to curtail that offensive opportunity. Another substitution from Summit. Didn't see who came on or went off, but the boys in green get some fresh troops on there. It's going to be a throw from the near side that results in an opportunity at a shot, but a good job jumping back from Quezada. Works it up to the foot of Connell. Now to Riley Moore. Long ball. It's going to be pushed forward, and Bowman almost past that last defender. Can't quite beat him, though, as it's a quick throw-in from the near side for Steamboat, and now they're going to say that it has to come back as he had taken that one about 15 yards back from where that ball had actually exited the field of play. So Brian Arias will step into this one. That'll allow Summit time to get their defenders back and set, as it's going to be Arias into Moore. Try to get Bowman. He was on the turf. Comes out, and the Tigers can't possess. That was Ishmael Valenzuela, who was trying to knock it out of the air and keep it in play. Couldn't do it. Throwing again for Arias and company. Got about 21-24 left here in half number one. Arias with a long ball. This one's going to go over the head of Caparelli. He's pushed it forward. Here now is Bowman, and Bowman just couldn't get around that ball. He knew, nice job there from Murphy. He knew that it went off the defender last. And so a corner kick from the near side. Again, your Sailors left to right on the radio dial. Here's Moore serving one in. Now goes across the end line, and eventually will turn into a goal kick now for the Tigers. Once again, it's Haynes who will step in to take this. Do want to thank Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. Also, Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Throwing from the far sideline for your Sailors. Jumping out quickly, it's Davis. Gets it into Connell. Along further now to Riley Moore. Moore, who's always methodical, looking for a little chip through, trying to switch the pitch. It's going to be headed out of bounds, or towards the sideline at least, by Summit, and eventually that does cross. Steamboat will have a throw-in of their own. Arias will take this toss. Gets it into Quinn Connell. Connell reverses course one man. Gets it to Riley Moore. Chip through into the 18. Again, he was trying to just be cheeky with that one and find somebody who was cutting in, but he didn't have anyone behind that defense. He was looking for Bowman or possibly Caparelli as well. Big booming kick. Gets it across the midfield line, and here comes Summit once again. They're going to try to attack as they'll work it up that far flank. Now they switch the pitch into the middle of the field. There's Wolfson. Wolfson swings right back out to the right wing. It's going to be taken there by Summit. They cut back. Nice job there, but Davis gets right back in play, and a good tackle and a good challenge. Eventually Summit does possess again, and then here's Lopez. Nice job playing Wolf by Daniel Lopez. Ball does come free, and it's going to be pushed forward by Davis. Lopez is on the other side of it now. He's going to just slow things down. Switches the pitches. He's got a wide open Oliver Caparelli. Touches one past one defender. He was looking for more. Couldn't connect. Comes out to Quinn Connell. Connell reverses course with the ball as well. He'll find Riley Moore, and Moore's just going to take this one. Eventually going for a chip through. It ends up at the feet of Caparelli, outside to Arias. Arias with a ball that goes over the head of everybody and out of bounds. And so it will turn into another goal kick coming up for the Summit Tigers. Haynes once again going to take this one in lieu of Chris Lopez. While I have a second, I want to thank UC Health, the Yampa Valley Medical Center, bringing innovative and leading-edge care to patients throughout the Rocky Mountains. And opportunity, here's Rios all alone behind the D, shoots and scores. It's 1-0 just like that. Summit on top with a fortuitous little play. A two-official system here from Summit High School.
Goal scored in the 22nd minute by number 13, Angel.
So Angel Rios, the goal scorer there, as you may have heard over the loudspeaker. And the Tigers take the lead over your Steamboat Sailors, who've really been pressing. So not really anything to worry about. Plenty of ball game left. 18-28, in fact, left in half number one. And we've got the whole second as well. And the Sailors have been pushing. Here's Kevin Castor. He's just going to turn it back further to Sam Brown. Brown now near side. He finds Arias. Arias up to Moore, to Caparelli. Can't connect. And now it's turned the other way, and Summit tries to attack once more. Nice job there, knocking that one short by Sam Brown. Needs help from Riley Moore in the big circle there at midfield, and Moore eventually outran that ball as it had hopped up on him. Turns the other way, and once again the Attack comes for the Tigers. Wolfson sends it near side, finds Rios, serves one in, but that one was across the sideline. Throwing for Steamboat deep in their own territory. Your Sailors trying to be the benefactor of those quick goals, as Coach Bowman has talked about before and has taught me. Oftentimes they come in spurts. If there's one, there's two, and hopefully the Sailors will get that second one. It's a 1-0 game. Summit Tigers on top here, 17:28 to go and ticking down in half number one. Castor outside, far side to Gabe Davis. Davis gives it back to Castor as they play pitch and catch. Up to Quinn Connell, now into Riley Moore. Moore's looking up the field to play. He's got some overlappers and eventually finds Lopez. Foot-to-foot pass there on the turf. Nice job. Lopez tries to break through, can't do it. Pushed out by Haynes. We got help there as well from Armando Sanchez. Eventually it's out across that far sideline, and it will be a Steamboat throw-in. Sailors are going to take this, and it's a quick shot on goal. Big save there from Lopez. Rebound still free in the 18, eventually cleared. And then Rios has had enough. He sends it to the stratosphere. It'll come back to earth. Knocked forward by Riley Moore once again. Overran there for a moment by Wolfson, but he recovers. And another one of the captains here for Summit eventually loses his footing, as there was a tackle by Quinn Connell that led to that. And so a free kick coming up for Summit. This ball is going to be sent up into the Steamboat half. Gabriel Davis pushes it back the other way with his head. Wolfson once again challenged and eventually loses the ball. Off a Steamboat defender, it'll be another Summit throw-in from the far sideline. 16:17 to go and ticking down here in half number one. A 1-0 game. The Summit Tigers on top of your Steamboat Sailors. But again, Sailors' offense has really been humming, so nothing to fret about too much here in first half action. Throw-in coming from just in front of that Tigers bench. It comes right up the line, pushed out by Castor. Deja vu play, except a little further into Steamboat territory. And we'll see if there's any long ball guys on the Tigers. Wolfson looks like he's going to be the man to take this for Summit. And they're inside 18 extended here, so deep in Steamboat territory. Wolfson is going to heave it in. Headed out by Castor, settled by Lopez, taken right back by Summit. And they'll possess now as it'll be worked up, and the Tigers go for a long ball just wide. They forced Kovac to really make sure he was on his angle, but he was. And your Sailors escape once again. Summit, though, definitely playing well after that goal. We'll see if the Sailors can push back here. They've got 15 minutes or so to work with. Some switching as Lopez now is right wing and Caparelli moves over to that left attack slot. Sam Brown's going to kick this one in for Steamboat. Launches it upfield, and it will go to Lopez. He's challenged from behind, able to force his man off. Has help, and it's Riley Moore. Moore escapes pressure. Goes towards the big circle once again. Swings it as he switches the field to Gabriel Davis, far sideline. Davis works it up to Caparelli. Caparelli now is going back to Davis with a pass, and eventually he was double teamed, lost the ball, and Fonte's checked back in for Summit. Riley Moore, heel pass. Knocks into a sweater with the hue of green, and so it's going to be a turnover for a moment. Then Moore knocked down. I don't know how some of these are not fouls. It's been no ball on some of these opportunities. It's going to be Summit who turns it upfield again. And a free kick coming up as Moore had some words with that sideline judge on the far side. Wolfson will have this. Under 14 minutes left in this first half of play. It looks as though we've got someone warming up on the far sideline for Steamboat. This service comes in. Punched out. Nice job from Kovac as he makes another big save for Steamboat. I want to thank Chris Buck at the downtown Edward Jones office. Call Chris at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. Also, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. If you have friends coming to town, give them a call at 879-8000. Ask for the Locals Connection discount. And Mountain Mattress and Furniture. Located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local and sleep great. Service is going to come from the near side for the Tigers. Comes the back post shot. Big save! And the rebound is eventually out, and it will be another corner kick, they say. But what a stop from Kovac. A good header as Haynes was right in the way and right on that back post, but Kovac in the right position to stop that one. Under 13 minutes left now in half number one. Now it's going to be taken from the far side this time, so they just switch the pitch there. Service is inside out. Header towards the goal frame, but wide, and that'll result in a goal kick. So a couple set pieces there from the Summit Tigers on corner kicks from either side, and good chances at that. Looks as though your Sailors do bring in some fresh troops, as it's Phoenix Tage who checks into the game, and Brian Arias will take a quick breather. Sam Brown will build from the back on this kick. Looks as though Connell has moved back to that left center back slot. Kevin Castor in the midfield again. Here's Quezada taking it with possession. Gets Kevin. Castor on the overlap is going to be dispossessed on a good tackle. And eventually it's Wolfson who takes it again. Evan Wolfson finds his mark with the pass to Gutierrez. Gutierrez trying to get free. He's looking for time and space to work with. Finds it on the left wing. And the feet of Munoz back inside to Gutierrez. His pass back intercepted by Phoenix Tage. And Tage will just work it up and out of bounds right about that 50-yard line in relation to the football field. And so a throw-in coming up for Summit. Looks as though Munoz will check off before that. I want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend. And the Corner Slice. Celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square, downtown Steamboat. As this is going to be taken again by Summit. Sam Brown just stood his man up, and now it's going to be taken by Riley Moore. Moore tries to turn it upfield for Steamboat, slows it down now, a little chip through. He's got Bowman in behind the defense. Bowman shoots off the pipe, and it stays out. Murphy Bowman with another good chance, and you can see the Sailors are humming right now. Their offense is going pretty good. We'll see once they get that first one. I anticipate they'll follow up with a couple more, because right now, while it is 1-0, Summit on top, your Sailors have probably had the better of the opportunities. Ensuing goal kick worked up the field, knocked down by Sam Brown. He gets it across that midfield line, goes hard and hangs on to his man. Now it's worked up to Lopez up this right flank, and Lopez has time and space to work with. He's going to try and cut it back. He does so to his left foot, turns and rips one inside, and that's a goal from Daniel Lopez. What a shot there. Somehow it found just enough of an angle off of that inside goal post to end up in the back of the net, and this is a 1-1 game now with 10:07 left in half number one. So Lopez with a good opportunity there. What a cutback. He made a couple against Summit defenders. Opened up time and space for himself, and that shot finds the back of the goal. Like I said, he squeaked right behind Chris Lopez's outstretched hands as he went right to left on a dive. Just couldn't quite get enough on it. And your Sailors tie things up. Daniel Lopez opens up the scoring for Steamboat. 1-1 the tally right now with just under 10 minutes left in half number one. Steamboat with a throw-in. Toss comes quickly to Riley Moore. Moore now settles at the midfield line. He's trying to get away from pressure, and he decides on Kevin Castor. Castor needed to make that pass a second sooner. He was challenged and lost the ball. Good tackle there from Summit. Worked up to Wolfson. Wolfson just outside to an open man on a soft spot of the field. Back into Wolfson. He gets free of a phone booth there. Is swarmed by a number of defenders defensively for your Sailors. Of course, defenders are defensively. I don't know about that double negative there, Vlad. Well, me neither, Vlad. Now I'm talking to myself. You know that one's always problematic. First half of play, 9:13 to go. It's 1-1 here from Summit High School. This throw-in is going to come from the far side of the field of play. It is a toss from the Tigers. Summit has possession here, and he'll try and get something going. Riley Moore, though, intercepts a pass, and he's going to try and turn it the other way for Steamboat. Quickly working it up that left wing. Outstretched is Oliver Caparelli. but he couldn't quite come up with enough possession there to get a second touch. Though Quezada with a good tackle of his own sends an errant pass. It's intercepted, turned the other way, and here comes Infante once again. Infante gives it off to Wolfson, shoots and scores. That one goes bar down. Wolfson with the big strike there makes this a 2-1 game, and he tries to elicit a response from the fans. 8.5 minutes left here in half number one. And your Sailors again find themselves down by 1 here to the hometown Summit Tigers. Still plenty of ball game left, 48 minutes and change. But you know your Sailors would love to come up with another goal and tie things up heading into that halftime speech. It's going to be Davis who finds Quezada to Castor to Davis. Far side, Davis works up into the offensive half, finding the foot of Riley Moore. Fakes a couple passes, opens up space for himself. Moore serves one in. He's got Bowman barreling down. And that one is going to be whistled back on an offsides infraction. So that one wouldn't have counted regardless. And we'll see what kind of response we got again. This one just at the top of the 18 here. It's going to be Haynes who will kick it away for Summit. Big booming kick. Sends this one deep into Steamboat territory. Nice job from Brown knocking it down. Has help from Quezada. And in the big circle now, it's Riley Moore. Moore looking, and Riley Moore will just serve it to the left wing. And Caparelli back to Davis. Davis steps into one. Finds Castor, one-touch play there to Quezada. Quezada inside. He finds Moore, and it got away from him. And it's turned the other way for a moment by Summit. Tigers trying to attack. 7.5 to go in half number one. Davis bumps his man off the ball. Too much on that one. Foul, free kick. It'll be taken just in front of the Steamboat bench here. Want to thank Mountain View Car Wash helping the Sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Also Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. This service is knocked down once again by a Steamboat defender. However, it comes up to a Summit possession. Infante couldn't get away from Davis. It's going to be cleared out by Quinn Connell eventually, and another throw in here deep in Steamboat territory for the boys wearing green. Your Sailors in their away whites. Left to right on the radio dial here on KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com. Under 6:40 to go in half number one. It's a 2-1 lead for the hometown Tigers team. Ball's worked dangerously in the 18 by your Sailors, though they do get it out with possession, and here's Moore. Trying to step off of two different defenders who had swarmed him. Swings it outside to Tage, and Phoenix Tage will go for a long ball. He's got Bowman with it. Has to settle. Decides to get it right back out to that right wing, and Daniel Lopez. Lopez cuts away from a defender. Good little play there from Daniel Lopez. Trying to get free again. He's going to be bumped off the ball. Lets one fly just wide of the goal frame. And will be a goal kick there, but a lot of extended arms and no whistles on the other side, where Steamboat's getting all those whistles. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little biased. That could be the case. Do want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated. Contractor's choice, homeowner's friend. Ensuing goal kick comes up the left wing. Rios keeps it in, but Kovac is out there to gather that one into his hands before it gets to the goal line. Axel will punt another one away, keeping this one low. It was taken down on the 50-50 play by a Summit defender, and that means they're now on offense. Here is Wolfson, who has the latest goal, trying to direct some troops. Pressured there by Bowman. Worked inside again, and nice job. Good tackle there. Bowman's got more up the field. Bowman reverses course. Now he's going to Lopez, and Lopez tries to make his way inside, and eventually it's a foul and a free kick here, and a good opportunity for your Sailors. Finally getting a call here in a real prime location for an opportunity on frame. Moore's going to step in to take this one. He's got Bowman with him. And it looks as though there's going to be a four-man wall in front of him. And so with that, just a few yards back at the top of the 18, your Sailors have a chance to at least send this one on frame and challenge for goal. Moore with Bowman, they'll discuss this one. The seniors, both of them big pieces of this team. Going to take this, and so we'll see who ends up taking the shot as the keeper tries to direct his four-man wall in front of him. And Bowman will just step over the ball. Here comes Moore, rips a shot. Big save from Lopez. He had to dive left to right on that one, but a good opportunity from Riley Moore, who's just got an absolute cannon for a leg. Good save there, but Moore does have a corner kick from the far side. Did I mention his cannon? I also have to say he's got some butter, because he can serve these ones in. As this one will be taken from the far side, it'll be bent in, punched out by Lopez. Quezada's going to try and chase it down for Steamboat, puts it right back into that far corner, taken by Summit, and eventually the Tigers will clear this one. So good chances there for the Sailors. 2-1 game. Summit Tigers on top of your Steamboat squad, but again, your Sailors playing well here. Last 4 minutes of play now in half number 1. Toss comes into Brown, got it right back from Connell. Back to Brown again. Out to Quezada, and his pass is off the mark. He didn't have his overlap man. It was Davis he was looking for, but he was not moving. And so, with that, a quick little turnover and a throw-in for the Tigers. Summit makes the throw on the far side, and Fonte keeps it into Wolfson. Wolfson slows things down. I guess that was a foul, so my apologies. Infante got fouled on the play. And Wolfson, who's dangerous, he may go for goal. He does, and it's into the back of the net. What a shot from Evan Wolfson. Wow. Absolutely sends that one home. That was a beautiful kick. Wolfson with his second in a row here, and it is 3-1 now, and your Sailors need a response in the next 3 minutes. That's what we've got left in this first half of play. Bowman gets a little bit of water. And we'll see. I mean, the Sailors have been doing so well this game, and yet it's those few chances that have just been capitalized on by Summit. That's what it takes. Now Lopez tries to get one inside. Errant pass as he tried to find more on that. It's going to be Kevin Castor who now swings it back to Gabe Davis. Davis to the middle of the field. Settled the right leg there of Riley Moore. Long ball from Moore on that. It's going to go past everybody and go into the hands of Chris Lopez, and he'll bounce this one a couple times as the Tigers. Goalkeep will just send this one high and well into Steamboat territory. Nice reach from Connell. Ends up at Kevin Castor's feet. Paints a little toe drag there. He eventually lost it. Gets it right back. Good challenge. Good body positioning. Goes out of play. It should be a Steamboat throw, and it is. 2:20 left in half number 1, and a 3-1 lead for the Summit Tigers on top of your Steamboat Sailors here. But really, there's not a whole lot that needs to change at halftime. You just need to capitalize on your chances a little more if you're the Steamboat Sailors team, because they could very well be even with this squad of Summit. Caparelli challenging. He's found himself in the midfield now. Quezada, good challenge, good tackle. He slowed Wolfson down. Wolfson got it again, though, sent it out to Rios. Great jump on the ball by Phoenix Tage. And Tage will send it up, but that's an errant play that ends up at Haynes' feet. Haynes goes up, and Quezada intercepts, so not a lot of possession here for either side. Chip through from Riley Moore. Slows down. It's going to be pushed, but Lopez has a ball as the man overran it. He's got a chance. Shoots one, blocked by a sliding defender. Moore steps in now, and Riley Moore goes for a service. Comes right back to him. Moore again steps to the goal line, kicks one off the defender, and another corner kick, coming up. Nice job from Steamboat. Lopez stayed with that one as Alan Lopez had tried to clear it out of the danger area and just kind of misfired on that one with the left leg. Riley Moore will take this from the near side corner. Again, your Sailors left to right on the radio dial here, down 3-1. A goal in the last 70 seconds would be huge, and this is a great chance at it. Moore's going to serve it in. Inside out. Bowman's up. Castor was too. Came down, though, and the Tigers will clear. Towards that Steamboat bench, throw-in will come for your Sailors. And Gabe Davis had to wait on that extra ball that rolled onto the field. Gets the whistle, tosses in. He's found Caparelli. One-touch volley there. Tried to serve it in towards the 18. And a number of green jerseys defensively there to clear it out. Quinn Connell does settle. Gets help from Sam Brown. Sailors just sending this one up the field right now. Moore able to push it forward with the head. He's got Kevin Castor. And a foul and a free kick coming up. 25 seconds on the clock here. Riley Moore going to take this one for Steamboat. Needs to do it quickly. Serves one. He's got guys in the back post. There was Bowman. It hits off his head and goes over the goal frame. Good looking play. Bowman, I don't know if he knew, had two guys right behind him that were his own players. Could very well have made better plays at that. It would have come down a little bit more. He's elevated. And Haynes now is just going to let this one tick off. We get to halftime here. Your Steamboat Sailors down 3-1. Needing a little bit of second half comeback here, but again, you're feeling good about it because they're playing really well, and they've had some great chances. It's all about finishing. I'll be back with more on Blood and Chase here on your Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're also online at steamboatradio.com.
Once again, Summit High School promotes positive sporting behavior by athletes, students, and spectators. Despite the pressures, opponents create positive energy by tuning the routine, avoid bullying, by counting, and always winning class and use with dignity. This type of educational environment is critical to the success of high school athletics. Thanks for attending tonight's contest. Athletic training services are provided to Summit High School by Avalanche Physical Therapy and Vail Summit Orthopedics. A big thank you to our trainers, therapists, and doctors who keeps our athletes. Again, tonight is also brought to you by American Family Insurance. Want a safer team driver? Consider the award-winning Team Safe Driver program, including American Family Insurance auto policies. Contact your local agent, Leslie Weiss, at 970-668-6600. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream beautifully. This week is homecoming week at Summit High School. There are lots of home games and other activities for students. We encourage everyone to attend any of the remaining activities. Tonight is air band. Tomorrow there's a football game at 6 p.m. Saturday we have another soccer home game and the homecoming dance. And in the audience tonight we have a special birthday. It is Jasmine's birthday, and this song is for her.
So baby, tell me
No.
Go on.
I'm not that lucky. Sorry, it's just like it shouldn't have to be something that's repeated every game, you know?
That's not bad.
It's all good. Never from the before. I just had to do that first half on myself, so I'm not as frustrated as that would be normally. So I was like, do But have you done it before?
Yeah, I have.
All right, cool. So we got the SD card in there. Same deal. You don't have to stop it unless there's like a big injury that's going to really stop time for a while. Otherwise, just let it roll through half. Appreciate it. That is Axel again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Back with you here at Summit High School. Your Steamboat Sailors boys soccer team down 3-1 as they come into the second half of play against the hometown Summit Tigers. And it should be a good second half. Steamboat really had a lot of awesome opportunities throughout that first half of play. It seemed as though the possession numbers probably tilted more their favor than Summit's, but it was the Tigers who were just able to capitalize on their chances, while Steamboat could not, at least not but that one time from Daniel Lopez. In the second half, it's going to be your Sailors running right to left on the radio dial here on KTYV 105.7, also online at steamboatradio.com. And it'll be an early throw-in for Steamboat here and an opportunity at some possession as Brian Arias steps in to take this just 20 seconds in to the second half. Arias doesn't like his first option, now goes for a second. It's Caparelli up that right wing. Good touch from Caparelli, then he runs into a big body there for Summit, and that will be a throw-in for the Tigers as Caparelli's ball went out across that far sideline. Now it's going to be taken by Arias again. Heads one forward. Couldn't find Caparelli. 50-50. Nice job from Castor. He's one of the bigger bodies out there. He gets that one at least towards the Summit side, but Haynes again for the Tigers, able to defensively put that one back the other way, and now it's a challenge. Here's Lopez, settles with the left foot. He turns towards his back line, finds Davis. He's looking for more on a one-touch play. It was behind him. It turns into another possession for the Tigers, and now Summit will have Kevin Perez lead the charge. He swings it to his left wing. Perez looks for the ball back, and he gets it. He had to slow down and actually ended up stopping and reversing into the big circle. The pass now to Wolfson. Evan Wolfson has 2 of the goals for Summit. In fact, both of the last 2 goals have been scored by Wolfson. His big foot there. He's got one shot that was just bar down for the second one, and then he ended up scoring one that just dropped right under the crossbar on a free kick. Now a great serve. Here's Caparelli in a foot race into the 18. Ball's pushed towards the goal frame, and I think that went off of a Summit Tiger last, and so it should be a corner kick coming up here for the Sailors. Great job and a nice service. I believe that was Moore again who served one up. And an earned corner kick here in the first 2 minutes of play for your Steamboat Sailors. Again, the right to left on the radio dial here in second half action, and it will be Riley Moore to serve it in from this near sideline. Moore has a loaded box on that back post. One option near side. It was Lopez. Let it go. Shot and goal. Beautiful play. Kevin Castor puts one home for Steamboat, and it didn't take long. Just 2 minutes and 8 seconds, and Castor ends up putting that one home. A great design play there from your Steamboat Sailors. Castor on the receiving end of it. All he had to do was touch the ball, and it ends up going home on a nice feed again from Riley Moore. But we're getting used to saying that. It seems to be his MO, is the beautiful feeds, especially on the corner kicks, because he's got that finesse touch as well. So Nice job from the Sailors and a good start, just what they needed here in half number 2. A 3-2 game now. They're still down by a goal. Infante will restart this one as the whistle blows. He works it to his back line, swung out near side to Munoz. Nice little touch play there from Munoz. He finds Gutierrez. Tries to go up the field. Stopped for a moment by the leg there of Gabriel Davis. Davis now challenges for it. Ends up being a foul. Free kick. And a quick restart from your Sailors as Infante is down. He may just need a little stretching. Whistle now does blow. Steamboat will have the ball. Back down behind the plate. It's Infante. And he's actually holding on to his right hip, so not sure what happened there. It seemed like just kind of one of those harmless plays that players collide on. And Infante may have just kind of Charlie horsed himself. He'll have to sub off for Chassa Rules, as he was the reason for stoppage there for Summit. Wow, they're going to let him play on. That's not what you're supposed to do. And I don't even know the rules, and I know that much. So Infante stays on the field here. He gets the ball. Looking upfield, now he's going to just take it up that right wing. Davis, though, nice job defending him. Gave Davis, not giving him any options. Infante does cut away from him. Tackled off his feet, though, by Connell. Eventually comes free, and a chance for Munoz. That's an air ball that comes down, and it's free. Diving back was Axel Kovac, and Kovac rolls it up quickly. Nice job there by the freshman keeper. Caparelli now inside to Riley Moore. Moore with another long ball. He was looking for Murphy Bowman. Tried the one touch there. He had Caparelli. Couldn't quite get the heel on it, though. Goes up, and Arias elevates. Lost his shin guard in the process. Doesn't know it. Now it's going to be the Summit Tigers who take this. Throw in comes, finds Wolfson. Wolfson dispossessed for a moment as Murphy Bowman came in on the challenge. 36:08 to go here in half number 2. Arias picks up his shin guard. He's going to put this one back into place. And we've got another throw in right about that midfield line. Toss comes, and Arias will let this one fly as he had just picked himself up from fixing his shinny. And now it's going to be taken by Haynes. Haynes goes right up the middle with the lofty ball. That one is going to be right to the feet of Gabriel Davis. Up now to Alejo Quezada. Quezada's looking at his options, decides on Castor. Castor has the latest goal for either squad, making this a 3-2 game. Summit still on top of your Sailors, but Steamboat with the better possessive numbers here begin this first 5 minutes of play in half number 2. And this long ball from Moore off its mark. I'm not sure if that was exactly what he was trying to do, because that was nowhere near frame or any white jerseyed player. Again, if you're just tuning in, your Sailors are donning their white uniforms, the away whites with red numbers and trim. I'm looking forward to that opening game at Gardner Field on Tuesday and what they may put on it, their first opportunity to play at the new Gardner pitch. We're going to have ourselves a throw-in here for Steamboat, I believe, just in front of their own bench. Brian Arias will have this. Now the official saying that it went off of Arias, so throw-in for Summit. Wow. A few weird things going on, but I guess that's what happens when you only have 2 officials in a game. It's going to be pushed forward by Davis. Nice job reading that ball and stepping into the passing lane. Work to the middle of the field, and here's the Tigers again. Working up that right flank now to Munoz. Settles, tries to cut away from Davis. Does so. Sends one to the top of the 18. Ball's free. Shot. Big save from Kovac again. Man didn't get a whole lot on it, but Kovac really needed to be in the correct position to make that an easy save, which he was and did. 34-14 left in a 3-2 game. Summit Tigers on top of your Steamboat Sailors. On the throw-in, Lopez reads it well. He tries to jump around the last defender, trying to say that was a handball, but again, there's no mid official to help out and be an extra set of eyes here, and it's tough with these sideline judges that are also trying to do the whole game. Worked up the field now, and it's going to be touched back. Riley Moore will take it. Serves one up. It's chested down by Bowman. He's got Caparelli. Caparelli just kind of looked like he stepped a little awkwardly there. He looks okay, but it'll be cleared out by Summit. Will be a throw-in for Steamboat, though. Gabriel Davis on the near side in the offensive half, trying to keep the pressure on here. Throws one that's headed forward by Summit. Finds the foot of Mr. Valenzuela. Valenzuela into Wolfson on a pass, and Wolfson's going to try and sprint through that big circle. Now cuts back, opening up time and space, sends it over near side to Munoz, and Saul Munoz will just go for a big cross. Nobody home, though. Eventually comes to the back post. There's Rios. Wow, nice play there. Delayed one, but got to Rios, and then a shot goes through the uprights as Ismael Valenzuela was the man who got that one. Too many laces under the ball. 3-2 lead. Your Steamboat Sailors with the goal kick, but down by one here. They'll build from the back as Connell finds Davis, hits off of his thigh, then hits his noggin, and turns into a quick possession. Here's Valenzuela. Takes the ball away from him, put right back towards the 18, knocked forward by Quinn Connell, and Daniel Lopez will take over for Steamboat. Lopez looking for his options, tried to serve one far side of the field, hits off a defender, and then it will be cleared back again by Summit as they followed up on that 50-50. Castor didn't have a good read on that ball. Infante fighting, eventually pushed down by Sam Brown. And a free kick coming up here for the Steamboat Sailors. Now it will be taken here by Brian Arias. Arias steps up into a pass, can't find more. Taken instead by Summit, and Wolfson will just fire it outside to Gutierrez. Gutierrez up to Infante. Back to Wolfson. Up that left wing, intercepted by Brian Arias, and he'll send one up, but not quite enough accuracy there to find Bowman. 32.5, or 32:01, pardon. Misread that one. 32 minutes left in the game here. 3-2 lead for the Summit Tigers. Your Sailors trying to battle back in this. An errant pass from Munoz turns into a throw-in opportunity for Steamboat. Up to Lopez. Settles inside to Bowman. Tried to give it back. Couldn't get it there. Turned instead the other way, and Summit will try to push this one forward with the feet of Hernandez leading the charge. Intercept on that, though, was Gabe Davis, and Davis now up to Riley Moore. Moore steps around a defender. Cuts away from him again. Fancy footwork on display there from Riley Moore. Gets it to Davis inside to Quezada. Outside to Lopez. Back to Quezada. One touch back to Lopez, but he was just not quite in stride on that one, and it ends up going across the goal line and will turn into a goal kick for the Tigers. 31-15 left now here in second half action. 3-2 lead for the hometown Tigers. Your Sailors trying to battle back. They do have the latest goal. Since Castor was able to put that one home, though, it's really been a little bit more of balanced play on either side. Infante now goes down. It'll be taken by Quezada for a moment. He lost it. Rios takes over. Switches the pitch to Munoz. Has to stop on a dime. Gets it near side. Daniel Lopez in there. Challenges. Tackles it away from him. Munoz gets it back. Lopez can't come up with it. Work near side now as Rios will have it. Nutmegs Quinn Connell. But nice job in support there by Gabe Davis. He'll just send one up and out. It will be a throw-in now for Summit on the near sideline. Looks like Munoz is going to be taking this one, though the official is going to usher him back a few yards. Just about half an hour to go in the game, and now Munoz steps off, leaves it for Wolfson. He's going to try for the long ball. Evan Wolfson is going to toss this one up towards the top of the 18, and it eventually will just work its way out of bounds. Goal kick coming up here for the Sailors. Quinn Connell is going to just set it himself and take it himself. Building from the back, works it near sideline to Gabe Davis. Your Sailors again right to left on the radio dial. Ball's in their own 18. And they'll switch the pitch to Brian Arias far side. Up to Kevin Castor, back to Arias, one touch. Arias now on the overlap, gives it up to Oliver Caparelli. The Sailors need some more numbers upfield. And here comes Arias. He's going to make a run of it himself. Serves one in. He was looking for Bowman. Bowman slides, tried to get a touch on it. And who did that one go off of last? They're going to say corner kick. Your Sailors have earned a corner here. Nice job there from Arias on a long run, almost all the way up the field. Moore's going to step out to the far side corner this time to take this one for your Sailors with under half an hour to go in the game, down 3-2. Big moment for Steamboat with an opportunity to set play. Served in, back post. Oh, and it got free as Quinn Connell was coming in trying to battle for that one. Got past everybody, though, and it'll be a throw-in now. Though they are saying for Steamboat, so good job. They say it did hit off a defender. Lopez will throw this in. He finds Quinn Connell, has time to work with, switches the pitch as he goes all the way back to Arias, who's 10 yards into the offensive half. Brian will step into this one. He's going to look to serve it, and it bounces once. It'll be cleared out by Haynes. But again, a chance to keep this one deep in the offensive half. If Quezada can push forward, he can't. Turn the other way instead, and Rios will take this out for the Tigers. Battles off Alejo Quezada. Swings one outside to Munoz near sideline. Munoz one-on-one against Davis. Nice job from Davis forcing that one, and then eventually getting a touch on the ball. It goes out off of the foot of Munoz, and a throw for Gabe Davis and company. Comes down to Riley Moore. Dispossessed there by Wolfson, near side Munoz. Wolfson again with it at the midfield line. He's double teamed, now triple teamed as Bowman came in and played Wolf. Worked up though, and Infante will try and take this one. He hops over the leg of Oliver Caparelli, works it to that far side of the field to play. 28 minutes and change to go here in second half action. Do want to thank Yampa Valley Bank. You're the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also, Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice and homeowner's friend. And, of course, the Corner Slice. Celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square in Steamboat. Haynes is going to step in to take this free kick for Summit. They're just about 6 yards deep in the offensive half. Your Sailors on their heels, but right now they've got all their boys back to defend this one with only 5 jerseys. Service comes in. That's going to go on frame. Big save from Kovac. He read that one well. Punts it immediately up the other way. He was trying to lead Daniel Lopez. Too far for him, though, and it will be a throw-in right about that midfield line now as Summit will have the ball again. Wolfson tried to work it up. Looks as though there was a foul. Free kick now, and it's going to be Steamboat ball. Lopez to take this. I think it was an illegal procedure on that throw-in. Now Castor, touch through. He's trying to get Caparelli. He's going to have to really turn the jets on, and it'll be punched out. I think that went off Lopez. I think he cleared that one out. Corner kick. What an effort from Oliver Caparelli, at least forcing the goalkeep out to make a play at that ball. And so Moore will step to that far corner once again and serve one up for your Steamboat Sailors with just under 27 minutes left in the game. Another opportunity to set play here as the Sailors, with an avalanche of white, they'll swarm with 5 different guys. Movement from Connell comes near side, and Connell tried to get a header on it, couldn't connect. It'll be hit by the Tigers. They clear only so far as Brian Arias. Arias gets away from one man, sends it back to Gabe Davis. Davis near side to Quinn Connell, and Connell now is looking. He's going to go for goal on this, and it will be wide and high. Goal kick coming up now for the Summit Tigers. Good action, though, from your Steamboat Sailors. They really seem to be building a lot of momentum off of those corner kicks here in second half action. Want to thank Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. Also, Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Throw-in's going to be ushered 10 yards back here for Gabe Davis. He'll take it for the Sailors and just toss one in to Quinn Connell. Connell's going to switch the pitch. To the middle of the field, he finds Sam Brown. Brown continues along to that right flank, trying for Caparelli. And Caparelli had to hop over him, and he tried to chase it down. Bowman's in there immediately in pursuit. And Bowman comes up with the ball, serves it up to Caparelli, and a clearance there from the Tigers. Taken, though, by Castor. Man was wrapped up and thrown to the ground. That was Riley Moore. Kevin Castor comes around that right wing, battles for it, stops on a dime, trying to escape pressure. And now a foul and a free kick. That one was just on the side of the 18. This is pretty much a modified corner. Riley Moore will take this one for the Sailors with a lot of movement. Moore gets the whistle, goes for a cheeky play, knocked out by Lopez, and he gathers it in and then puts his shoulder down into Caparelli. 24:38 to go here in the second half of play. 3-2 lead for the Summit Tigers. Your Sailors battling back and once again starting to regain a little bit of possession and momentum here in this game. Davis is going to take this throw for the Sailors. It's a long ball to Moore. He couldn't get a head on it. It's going to be knocked down by a Summit defender. They'll try and turn it the other way. Too far on the pass to Infante. Taken back by Sam Brown at the midfield line. Brown goes up that right wing. Again, your Sailors right to left on KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com. Moore swing and a miss on that ball. Now he's just going to send it all the way back to Axel Kovac, and a keep here for the Sailors. Well outside his 18. Steps into one, finds Davis. A little chip through from Davis. Hops to Castor, settles it off the chest, swings it back to his other defender. That was Riley Moore. And eventually the Sailors do lose possession. It's going to be worked up near side. Wolfson found Munoz. One touch to the middle, finds Infante. Infante is going for a long ball. That one will go into the 18 and will be easily handled by the Sailors' keep. Axel Kovac now steps to the top of the 18, doesn't have options on the rollout. He's going to have to just punt this one. And we'll step into it and let it rip. Kovac came to the near side with it. Hops over the head of one man, then two, and eventually goes out of bounds deep in Summit territory. 23 and change left in the game. 3-2 lead. Your Steamboat Sailors are down by 1 to the hometown Tigers. I want to thank UC Health, the Yampa Valley Medical Center, bringing innovative and leading-edge care to patients throughout the Rocky Mountains. Wolfson's going to take this throw for Summit. Trying to direct where he wants to go. Steps into it and heaves it upfield, headed out by Gabe Davis. And another throw in here for the Tigers. Wolfson has a deja vu play. Steps big into it again, and we see another of the same plays. Davis settled. He's going to have help from Connell this time. Goes right back up the line with a little chip play. Quezada battles. Comes down to Davis's foot. Worked outside. Daniel Lopez in time on that one, keeping it in play. Gets it to Riley Moore. Moore slows it down a little bit, and he's going to go for a chip through. He was looking for Caparelli. Goes off a Summit player's noggin and into the hands of Chris Lopez, the keeper here for the Tigers. Lopez will just punt this one away for Summit. Worked along further by Wolfson. Comes down at the midfield line. It'll be volleyed out to Rios. Tries to touch it to the middle. Intercepted by Quezada. Quezada cuts away from one man. Swings it outside to Gabe Davis. And Gabe Davis now steps across that midfield line with possession for your Sailors as they try and find the offensive half. Works it to Castor. Couldn't connect. Infante now. A little shake and bake play. Doesn't even touch the ball until he has the opportunity to get this one upfield. Infante now working up that left wing, too far for his target. Sam Brown steps into that, fires it to Caparelli, and Caparelli's just going to go for a long ball, but that'll be knocked out by Summit defenders. Reading that one was Kevin Perez. Taken right back by Steamboat. Gabe Davis had a misplay on that pass, taken instead by Wolfson, and he tries to lead the charge here for Summit again as the Tigers work it to the middle of the field here. Opportunity. And the man will go for goal. That one well wide. Off the foot of Ivan Gutierrez. Goal kick for Steamboat. And it's going to be Sam Brown to once again step in for his keeper, Axel Kovac, and take this for your Sailors. Sent up by Brown. It was low and hard. Found Riley Moore. Swings it outside to Brian Arias. Touches along further to Caparelli into the middle of the field. He was looking for Bowman. Couldn't get it to him. Instead, it's Wolfson who takes it. Fires this one up. Off the chest of Connell. He settles. Gives it inside to Castor. Out now to Gabe Davis near sideline. Davis just touches it along to Sam Brown in his back line. Middle of the field. They'll switch the pitch to the far side and find Brian Arias. 20 and a half to go here in the game. 3-2 lead for the Summit Tigers on top of your Steamboat Sailors boys soccer squad here from Summit High School. Brown now reverses course with the ball. He's once again in his own half of play, giving it to Connell. Connell will decide that Davis is his best option on the near sideline, and Gabe Davis has time and space to work with. Up to Caparelli. Caparelli in the middle of the field. He's got Riley Moore. Moore is going to step in. He wanted to go for goal, blocked down by Wolfson, and it's going to be taken now as Rios has this one. Knocked down by Castor, and eventually a foul and a free kick. So, with just under 20 minutes to go in the game, Haynes is going to have this one 7 yards deep in his own half of play for the Tigers. May try and serve one in. He's got a leg, and he does so. It's going to come down inside the 18. Nice job from Quinn Connell. Great header to clear that one. Then Lopez couldn't follow up. Instead, it's turned back to this near sideline, and Summit tries to attack again. Wolfson can't get through, though. Nice job there, knocking it down. And here comes Steamboat. Your Sailors have some numbers. Service to the near side. Lopez may be able to chase this one down. He's got the wheels for it. Daniel Lopez from the near sideline. Now trying to just body a man off. Turns a shoulder. 1-on-2. He's tucked into a corner. Serves on back post. And it goes under the foot of Caparelli as there's a Summit player down in the 18. Not sure what happened there. Quinn Connell's going to take it for Steamboat. Works it up to Gabe Davis. Davis now. Eventually he's going to lose this one as he just out-dribbled himself, and there's a Summit player down. They'll stop the clock here on this one. 18:38 left as Murphy Bowman's out to help stretch out one of the defenders. May have just had a quick cramp. Do want to thank Chris Bucket of the downtown Edward Jones office. You can call Chris at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Also, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. If you have friends coming to town, give them a call at 879-8000. Ask for the Locals Connection discount. And, of course, Mountain Mattress and Furniture. Located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local. Sleep great. Well, I have a second. I'll thank a couple more sponsors here as the Summit player getting a little of assistance off the field. Mountain View Car Wash. They're helping the Sailors clean the competition between town and McDonald's on Highway 40. You can go see Travis over there. They are still open even through this construction that we've got going on just in front of them. Also, Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. It'll be a throw-in near sideline for the Summit Tigers. Wolfson's going to take this one, heaves it upfield once again, and will eventually have enough English on the ball to go out of play. Steamboat will have a toss of their own. Davis into Riley Moore. Settles with the bottom of his foot. He got it, though. Serves one up. What a beautiful feed into Lopez. He's behind the defenders. Lopez challenges, shoots it just wide. And then some words there between the Lopezes. Not sure what's going on. Some heat from both sides. Lopez comes in, and a corner kick coming up for the Sailors. Emotions are high in this one. 17 and a half minutes left. Riley Moore is going to take this from the near sideline. Daniel Lopez, what a through ball from Riley Moore. He has had some just great touch throughout the evening. A lot of movement here for the Sailors as Moore again will serve it from the near side. Going back post, and it's going to be headed out by Haynes. Infante there to help clear it. Throwing now from the far side of the field for your Sailors. They'll have a chance to continue possession. 3-2 game, your Sailors down by 1. Worked into Bowman, went over his head. Bouncing. Castor was there. It's going to be a foul and a free kick as Castor extended the arm. I want to thank Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Sorry. Worked up now as this one's going to be pushed towards Kovac. Sees a hop once, comes into his hands. 16 and a half to go. Kovac steps out to the top of his 18, and he's just going to let one fly towards the near sideline. That one is off a Summit player and out. As that was Armando Sanchez who got in to make a play at that one. Bowman challenging. He's got it to Caparelli outside, or into the middle, to Riley Moore. Goes for goal from range. Punched out by Chris Lopez. Daniels right in there challenging, and Lopez, the Summit Lopez, is going to kick it out of play. Quick toss coming in for Steamboat deep here in Summit territory. Arias will take that one. Castor bumped from behind. And a PK coming up. Castor bumped from behind inside the 18. A penalty kick for your Steamboat Sailors with 15:50 to go. 3-2 the score. Riley Moore immediately steps in to take this one for the Sailors. The officials are going to have some words, but there's been a ton of contact throughout the game. Now they will just reset here real quick. Moore is going to take it for the Sailors. Mano a mano against Chris Lopez. Moore steps off the ball now. Waiting on the whistle, he gets it. Steps in, fires, scores. Riley Moore ties things up for the Sailors at 3-3 on a PK with 15:50 to go. So Kevin Castor, who's been back and forth, called on a couple fouls himself, gets fouled inside the box. It was Haynes who had knocked into him. And the PK connects for Riley Moore. We've got ourselves a tie game with just under 16 minutes left. on the clock. I want to thank UC Health, the Yampa Valley Medical Center, bringing innovative and leading-edge care to patients throughout the Rocky Mountains. Infante now restarts this one off the whistle. Wolfson's going to go for a long ball up that left wing, headed out by Brian Arias. Nice play on that one from the captain. Gets it to Caparelli. Back to Arias again, who was making a run of it. And a foul there from Brian. And I think they're going to give him a card. Yes, yellow card against Brian Arias. Sometimes I don't know what officials are doing. But sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. So, I mean, how can I anticipate knowing what the officials are doing? This free kick's going to come from 10 yards deep in the Summit half of play. Quick substitution made there. I believe Phoenix Tage is back on for the Sailors. Indeed he is. Hirschhauser rules. If you get a yellow, you have to sub off. Sailors do just that. Haynes serving one up. That one's going to come off the head of Brown. Gets it up to Lopez. Really, he was just clearing it. Now Gabe Davis runs into a man. It was Munoz. 50-50 ball on that. Wolfson tried to turn it right around. And eventually the Sailors will watch on as this ball is kicked upfield there by Lopez. Follow up from Castor. Riley Moore trying to get around Rios. He does so. Chips one in. Found Caparelli with it. Caparelli heel passes one to Kevin Castor. Tried to get one through to Moore. Couldn't do it initially. Second effort was too much. And that'll be across the end line and a goal kick coming up here with 14-14 left in the game. Haynes will kick this one away. 3-3 the score. Your Sailors have come back to tie things up on a goal from Kevin Castor in the opening 3 minutes of second half action. And then with just under 17 minutes to go, it was a penalty kick Riley Moore took that he executed beautifully on to tie it at 3. Here's Quinn Connell now working it up. He's got Alejo Quezada outside near sideline to Gabe Davis. Davis is going to work this one right up the middle of the field as he found Kevin Castor. Back to Davis again, right about the midfield line. Gabriel Davis will find Lopez inside to Moore. Moore goes for a long boot on that one. He's looking for Caparelli over his head. Oliver Caparelli, though, going to try and chase it down before the sideline, and he'll just kick one off a defender. Good play there from Caparelli, and just like that, an earned corner kick for your Sailors. A heads-up play from the senior, who's really the Swiss Army knife on the team. He can play all the positions, and he has, save for keeper. And Riley Moore will step out to take another corner. 13 minutes and a handful of seconds remaining here in the second half of play. 3-3 score. Big service, this one coming from that far side of the field. Again, your Sailors right to left on the radio dial. This one to the back post. Connell was there, knocked down. Caparelli couldn't shoot. Now Castor steps in. Bowman was there as well. They both wanted it. Neither got it. Cleared out, and it'll be a goal kick coming up for the Tigers. Just a little miscommunication on that as Castor was stepping into it and Bowman stepping back to get behind that ball and try and let one fly. Haynes will once again take this for Summit, trying for a long ball. That'll be knocked forward by Tage. Nice read on it. Now Caparelli has it, gives it to Bowman. Murphy Bowman has really been marked up on for the better part of this second half. Haven't called his name a whole lot. They've thrown some doubles on him, make sure that he has not been an option, because he had some great opportunities in half number one, just wasn't able to finish. He did have one that went off the post, stayed out eventually though. Throwing coming now for the Sailors. Lopez looking for his options right about midfield. He's going to hand it off now instead to Gabe Davis. And Davis with a long ball. He's just going to end up throwing it right to the foot of a green jerseyed player. Infante now slows it down. He's got Quezada challenging him. Infante turns free. Gives one off to Wolfson. 11:40 to go. Ball worked inside once again. That's Gutierrez. Tried to get this one up to Demary Frater. Battled for these teams. I said it early on. Officials are letting them play here, and I think more so than anything that's because there's only two of them, and so the both respective squads getting away with a little bit more than we would normally see. A shot from Davis, heading this one forward. Lopez will follow up. He's got the chip. He couldn't find more, but it hits off of a defender awkwardly. Now it'll be pushed forward again, and Wolfson with the fancy heel pass ends up just giving it away to your Sailors. Stepping into this is Phoenix Tage, keeps it on the ground. His pass intercepted by Gutierrez, and Gutierrez will just come near sideline. Munoz waiting for it there, receives with the right foot. Just about 10.5 minutes left in this game. Quinn Connell chips it up, can't find Lopez. That'll go out of play and throw. So throw-in coming up here for the Summit Tigers. Munoz taking this one as Demary Frater checks out. Back into the game comes Ishmael Valenzuela. Gabe Davis overran a ball. Infante tackled away from it by Quinn Connell. Here's Moore now. Riley Moore. Ever methodical, swings one outside to the far sideline, finds Tage there. Phoenix Tage goes inside out on a defender and keeps it in play. Going down in the process of keeping that alive. Gets it right back again. Finds Castor. Kevin Castor away from a defender. Gives it to Moore. Riley Moore is going to go for a service. He's got Lopez near side. Brings it in. Cuts away from one defender. Serves it up. And nobody home there as he's maybe trying to go for goal on that. Left-footed dominant player there. Daniel Lopez. Just a little off the mark. 9:40 to go in the game now. Second half action. 3-3 game. Your Sailors have tied it up on goals from Kevin Castor and Riley Moore. Moore is coming on the PK. Lopez challenges. He's got help from Quezada. Gives it to Lopez. He'll pass to Davis. Back to Lopez. Up to Quezada. A little too far for him, but then Quezada tries to turn the corner. Can't get around as the speedy Kevin Perez with a nice play. Perez now handling this one, eventually loses it to Riley Moore. Moore steps across to the middle of the field, lost it to Wolfson on a tackle. Comes back to Wolfson as he got it off of the head there. Gets help now from Munoz near side. Munoz serves one. That one is a little behind Valenzuela. He has to slow down for it, but he does so. Now Wolfson will take it. Evan Wolfson looking upfield, he's got time to work with and space as well. Finds Munoz near sideline. Munoz is going to try for a service. Nobody home this time, even on that delay. Munoz was trying to say, hey, what's going on there? Why weren't you coming in from that far side? Thrown up by Kovac to Caparelli. Reverses course with the ball at midfield line. Finds Castor. Up now to Riley Moore. Back to Castor. Tries to burst through the defensive line, but Haynes was the last guy there. Kicks that one out of play. Throw-in coming up for the Sailors. Near sideline, offensive half. Toss comes in to Lopez, and with the right foot, he blasts one over to the far side, trying to switch the pitch, but it's knocked out by a Summit defender. Work near side, here's Munoz into Wolfson. Wolfson's got 2 of the 3 for the Summit team. He finds Infante. Hops away from one player, and Infante now, usually a member of the all-hair team. Seems like he's cut a little shorter and he's got the man bun going on. Tries to get away, but he was triple teamed eventually. Murphy Bowman has a chance at the possession. Gets it to Riley Moore. Moore now swings it over to the far side. Phoenix Tage steps into it for your Sailors. Tage now fakes it again inside out there. Nice little move there from Tage. Serves it over. He's got Caparelli inside to Castor. That's Moore. Challenging for it. Ball hops up and is eventually headed forward by a Summit player. Caparelli, though, on the 50-50. Challenges, has help from Castor. Lets one fly off the outside of his foot. And with 7:20 to go here in the second half, it'll be a goal kick coming up for the Summit Tigers. But before that, we've got a quick substitution by the boys in green. Ivan Gutierrez will sub out here for Summit. In comes Angel Rios once again after his quick break. And here's Haynes with the restart off the ensuing whistle. He'll kick one forward, taken down by Tage, serves one right back upfield. And this ball is going to come down. Bowman will challenge for it, heads it forward, and eventually that will go off of a defender. So another corner kick coming up. Your Sailors have been pushing forward for the better part of this half, trying to tie it. They finally have. Now they've got a chance in the late stages to score a goal that would put them up for the first time in the game. Riley Moore, with under 6.5 to go in the game now, serving it from that far side once again. This is a nice cheeky play. He's got Castor, heads it down, cleared out. Nice job from Summit getting in the way, but Lopez is right there for Steamboat, sends it right back in on frame, just wide. Goal kick coming up now for the Tigers. Haynes will take it once again. 6 minutes now left in the game. Want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and the homeowner's friends. A quick whistle here. Looks as though a foul against Steamboat. Free kick coming up for Summit, and Wolfson's going to trot off this ball. Don't see a whole lot of that. I guess that is the range of Haynes, who will step into it after just taking that last goal kick. Took him a second to catch up with the play. 5.5 left, and Haynes is going to just try and serve this one in. He could go for goal with his power. He keeps it low. Kicked out by Castor. Caparelli up quickly to Riley Moore. Steps around. Knocked off of his feet, though. Good job from Rios getting there. And now Rios comes near side, finds the foot of overlapping Kevin Perez, and Perez swings outside to Munoz. Chips one up, and Kovac with a nice play at that, reading it all the way into his hands. Axel Kovac looks up, sees that there's only 5 minutes left here in the game. He's going to let one fly, and the freshman keep, who's really been thrust into a tough spot here as Juan Campaverde had the injury, broken finger. It's worked up near side now to Lopez. Nice play there from Lopez, trying to find Moore, but Riley Moore is going to get beat to that ball. It'll be kicked out, though it is a throw-in for Steamboat here in the waning moments of half number 2. We're closer to the end than the beginning now as Lopez throws into Quezada. Castor touches it to the 18, headed right back out. And now Quezada will again settle it. He's going to turn and fire one right back in. That'll head wide of the goal frame, but it'll be scooped up before it gets to the end line by Chris Lopez for the Summit Tigers. 4:10 left. Big kick here from the Tigers netminder. Comes right back down. Infante shouldered it over to Wolfson. Gets it to his back line now. And it'll be played there by Alan Lopez. His pass was intercepted. Got it right back, though. Lopez inside now. And Summit tries to attack again. Good job from Caparelli, though, forcing a man into a bad passing situation. Throw-in coming, however, for Summit just in front of the Steamboat bench. Toss comes quickly. Finds Valenzuela, gets away from him, out of bounds, and Steamboat has a throw deep in their own territory now with just about 3.5 minutes left in the game. Quezada battling for it. He can't come up with extended possession. Continues to fight through some pressure, though. Pushes one upfield. Finds Bowman. And Murphy Bowman will settle, giving it to Riley Moore. Moore goes inside to Quezada. Alejo Quezada up to Castor. Back to Moore. In the big circle. Riley Moore volleys this one out of the air. Beautiful service. Lopez comes in. And Lopez now cuts away from a man. Shoots it with the right leg. Big save. Rebound still there. Caparelli's trying to slide at it. And eventually it's cleared out by the Summit Tigers. What an effort there. And now Gabriel Davis goes down, tumbling, foul, free kick. Big save from Chris Lopez on that last chance out here, as Infante now just trying to rub out what is a sore muscle, perhaps. He's back to his feet again. Free kick coming up, Riley Moore has this for the Sailors from the near sideline, just in front of the press box, about the 34 in relation to the football field. He's got a man coming in off the backside. He's going to try and get to him. Serves it in beautifully, and it hops through everybody. Oh, man. Quezada and Connell both right there in the vicinity. Chris Lopez was coming up to try and make a play at it as well. What a service again from Riley Moore. He's just on point here tonight. 2:10 to go in the game now. 3-3 score. Your Sailors tie things up on goals from Castor and Moore, as Murphy Bowman comes over to have some words with the official there. Not sure what he was chatting with him about. Under a pair of minutes left in this game, as Haynes now will take this goal kick for Summit, gets the whistle. Blasts one away. Comes down to the turf, and it will be kept in play nicely, and then kicked up again by Connell, who's then bumped in the process of going for that. It's a free kick for Steamboat. Quinn Connell waits for some help to go upfield here with just 80 seconds remaining. What a dagger this would be. Your Sailors have not had a lead yet, but they're looking to force the issue here. Riley Moore challenging. 70 seconds to go. Summit takes over. Nice job from Connell getting into a passing lane. Moore has it again for Steamboat. He's going to try and chip one through to Bowman. Couldn't connect. And a clearing attempt hits off of a Summit defender. Lopez is out, and that should be a play. I guess a clearing attempt maybe. Not a direct pass back to the keep. He's able to scoop it up. Told you I don't know anything about soccer. It's going to be settled now by Steamboat Sam Brown. Haven't had to call his name much here in the second half. That's always good. It's going to be pushed forward again. Riley Moore has an opportunity at it, but can't get it upfield. Taken by Summit. Pass comes inside. Once again, half a minute to go in the game. We are possibly looking at our first overtime of the season. Gabriel Davis chases this ball down, keeps it alive, finding Kevin Castor, who's been moved to that back line again. He switches the pitch up to Phoenix Tage. Has to turn the Jets on, can't get there. And 10 seconds remains. Summit maybe going for a last-minute toss into the field of play. Now it looks as though we're just going to run right out of time. The horn sounds. We'll step away for a brief moment and be back with more. We have overtime. If rules haven't changed on me, there's going to be 2 10-minute periods of overtime. If no goals are scored, it will be a tie game. It is golden goal, though, so it could last anywhere from about 10 seconds to 20 minutes. We'll see you on the other side. Going to step away for a quick 60 seconds. This is your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com. That's a lot of talking. We got the beat going on here and some toast meat. Make sure that keeps on. so we're good. Yeah. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Summit High School. Your Steamboat Sailors just about set to take the field here in overtime period number 1. Again, the way this one shakes out, there will be 2 overtime periods of 10 minutes apiece. It's a 3-3 game. Your Sailors battle back. Summit opened up the scoring back in half number 1. A goal off the foot of Angel Rios, making it 1-0. Your Sailors responded with a goal from Daniel Lopez, tied it up at 1 apiece. And then there was 2 goals by Evan Wolfson in back-to-back sequence. That made it 3-1. That was a halftime score. Then your Sailors came out, and they came out flying in that second half. Kevin Castor gets a goal on a set play on a corner kick. A beautiful feed from Riley Moore ended up right at the foot of Castor, who just really had to put his foot in the right spot. Knocks off of his foot and goes home. And then a PK. Later in the game, I want to say there's just under 16 minutes to go, and Riley Moore able to tuck that one home and tie things up 3-apiece. Some real good pressure late there from the Sailors, trying to force that last goal. They weren't quite able to do so and find the back of the net, but we do have overtime here and a chance for the Sailors to hopefully come out. I mean, I'd really, in the sense that I have to drive home, I'd really like to just see that they come out here and score another goal in the first 2 minutes of play. Wouldn't mind seeing that one bit. We'll see what happens. Again, your Sailors playing through another game where they haven't really had a lead. And even if they get the win here, they won't have any time with the lead. But hey, they don't ask how, just how many. 3-3 to score right now here from Summit High School. Your Sailors in their away white uniforms. They're going to be left to right on the radio dial here on KTYV 105.7, online as well at steamboatradio.com. It's getting pretty chilly out there. Not that the players would necessarily feel that one. I think Sam Brown's the only one who's got hyper-attentive cool body temperature because he's wearing some gloves, but it's chilly. It's when you stop running, that's when it gets really cold, because then you're sweaty and you're cold. That's never fun. Quezada's going to push this one forward. Lopez came into it, couldn't come up with possession, though, taken instead by Kevin Perez. Every possession, such a big onus put on it as your Sailors give one away. Daniel Lopez couldn't connect with Riley Moore there. Now it's worked up that far sideline, and Gabe Davis will chase it down. It goes in between the two players, stays in bounds. And I think that was possibly a foul, or was it free? Yeah, foul against the Summit Tigers against Davis on that ball. So free kick for Steamboat. They'll restart it from that far sideline. Couldn't get much closer to being out of bounds. Finds Brown. Up quickly now to Quinn Connell. He's got Daniel Lopez. Lopez has time and space up the left wing. Lopez is going to step into this one. Fires one just wide. He was looking for Caparelli coming down this right side. And just a little bit too much on it, but a good-looking attack from your Sailors. Quinn Connell with a nice through ball there. Under 9 to go now in overtime period number 1. As it'll be Haynes to once again step in lieu of his keeper and send this one up for the Summit Tigers. Haynes will launch this one well upfield. It's going to go all the way back into Steamboat territory. Quezada takes a swing at it, can't get it upfield. Instead, it's taken by Gutierrez. Steps away from one man, swings it outside to that right wing, and Munoz is there. Through ball from Munoz, a little too far for Infante, and sliding out is Axel Kovac. Makes a nice play at that one. Kovac steps to the top of the 18 here and will let one fly. Comes right down to Quinn Connell. He just settles it outside to Davis. 8 minutes on the clock. Davis inside to Castor. Up now. He's looking for Quezada. Got away from him. Wolfson tries to push it forward with the head. Castor comes right back in. He finds more to Connell. And Quinn Connell with a long through ball attempt. Knocked short by Summit. Tigers have it for a moment, but Munoz couldn't keep it in play. Instead, throwing for Steamboat. Davis to take this for Sailors. He's going to toss it in. He's got Bowman. Tried to turn the corner and have that roll down his chest, but he couldn't quite get it there. Cleared out instead. Phoenix Tage steps into this. Clears one up the near sideline. Settled by Caparelli, but not enough to make a second play at that ball. Haynes takes it for the Tigers. Lobs one upfield, and Brown pushes that forward. But it'll come right to Valenzuela. He tries for a through ball into the 18, and Kovac will just call off the dogs as he comes out and takes that. Throws it upfield as he's got Quinn Connell, who will just kick it outside to Gabe Davis, far side. Again, your Sailors are left to right on the radio dial here in overtime number 1. Moore serves it up to Lopez. He turns the Jets on. He's going to get there in time. Lopez nutmegs a man, gets behind him, and it should be a corner kick. Yes, indeed it will. Your Sailors with a chance. What a play there from Lopez. The defender slid back, got a foot on the ball, but it's a great earned corner for Steamboat. Moore to serve it up from that far side of the field. Riley Moore as the Sailors load the box with 5. He's going to serve it, looking back post. Connell was there, got a head on it. Now it's taken down by Tage. He's going to just reverse course, coming towards the sideline, and eventually he just didn't know where it was on the field there. Let it go across the sideline. It's a throw-in now for the Tigers. Tage trying to make good on that. Needs help from Connell to just clear it out of the danger area. And another throw-in for the Tigers once again. Clearing attempt goes off of Quinn Connell. Push forward. Connell now knocks this one down. He's going to go up to Caparelli. Caparelli, one-touch service to the back post. And it comes down out of play. It'll be a goal kick now for the Tigers. Kind of a goofy little play there from Phoenix Tage. Forgot that yellow was the sideline. Under 6 minutes left now. Haynes is going to kick it away again. 3-3 the score. Overtime period number 1. Your Sailors left to right. They're donning their away white uniforms. Red numbers and trim. Good header forward. And Bowman's trying to get in behind the defenders, but Haynes knocks it down. Tries to push it forward. There's Connell getting a body in the way. Now Riley Moore makes a play at it. Pushes it forward. He's trying to get Connell, but it's going to eventually come free as a couple Summit players collide there. And the Tigers defender is a little shaken up on the play. That's Kevin Perez, who's now rolling around on the turf. We've got 5:22 left, and Perez must have just kind of came awkwardly into Chris Lopez there, the keeper for this Summit Tigers team. Not sure if he's holding on to his knee or what the issue here is, but the training staff doing their due diligence, making sure Perez is all right. Going to step away for a quick break and be back with the last 5:22 of this one, if that. Remember, it's Golden Goal here from Summit High School. Plot and Chase, this is your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7, online as well as steamboatradio.com. Perez is up and thankfully going to the bench under his own power, though he is a little bit shaken up. 5:22 to go. It's going to be a free kick to restart this one. Haynes will take it. He's inside its own 18. Your Sailors, again, if you're just tuning in, tied things up with 2 goals in the second half. We're all knotted up at 3 apiece now and already in overtime period number 1. Big kick there from Haynes over the head of Connell and Quezada both, but here's Castor to get it for the Sailors. Up to Connell, now to Lopez. Lopez on a big through ball. He's looking for Caparelli. He's in behind the defense. Oliver Caparelli steps in, fires one. Too many laces under the ball. Caparelli had a chance to win it. And he just fires that one high and wide and into Routt County once again. You don't have to go home just yet, bud. You got to celebrate a goal first. 4:47 left. I really think I'm funny, but the beauty is I can laugh at my jokes, and I have 100% of my audience that's laughing because I'm the only guy here, right? Sam Brown works it upfield once again. Caparelli heads this one back across the midfield line. Ends up being a Summit ball for a moment. Brown again is there. Clearing attempt knocked down. And here are the Tigers trying to push forward. They work it up that left wing. Trying to chip it back. Valenzuela lets one fly. And that'll be a goal kick here for the Sailors. Brown's going to take this one for Steamboat. 4:10 left in overtime period number 1. Steamboat Sailors tied it up. Like I said, good job from Steamboat just to fight back in this one. Another Summit player down here. This one in the near sideline. The training staff getting plenty of action here for Summit. Perez was still down. I mean, he's down by the training table. And we'll hope that he's all right. Looks as though it's, again, just a pulled muscle, perhaps, for the Summit Tigers. Step away for a moment. Be back with more. I just want to go home. Doesn't look too good there for Valenzuela. He was grimacing quite a bit in pain, hoping that he's all right and that it is just a pulled muscle there. I'm not sure what happened. It was already moved on in the middle of the field, so I was looking at the ball and didn't even actually end up seeing him down on the field until that stoppage. Hoping the best for him. 4:06 to go. Restart whistle comes, and we're back underway. Your Sailors left to right on the radio dial here on KTYV 105.7, online as well as SteamboatRadio.com, your Steamboat Sailor Sports connection. Throwing coming up for Steamboat. It's Gabriel Davis, far side. He gets one in. Looking for Caparelli. Turns one to the middle of the field. Lets one fly. That one goes high and wide as well. Oliver Caparelli with a couple opportunities here in overtime, but he's getting too many laces under the ball. He's got to keep that chest down. Keep that chest down over the ball. See, I could be a coach, right? Yeah, definitely. Going to be a goal kick now. Haynes is going to let this one fly from the near side of his 6. Pushes one up the field of play. Quezada was up there, couldn't come down with the ball, though. Now it's going to be headed onward by Wolfson, then Quezada again. And now that's Demary Frater. Summit comes up with the ball. And a good challenge there. Quezada ends up at least slowing him down. Moore was there as well for the Sailors, forcing the Summit Tigers back to their own half of play. Haynes rushed by Caparelli. Errant pass went to Lopez, but he couldn't come up with a second touch on the ball. Instead, here's Rios. Touches on up the field of play. Found his mark. Nice job there, though, by Quinn Connell getting in the passing lane as Sanchez was trying to give it right back to him. Now Connell again. Takes the ball back for Steamboat. Riley Moore has it. Moore goes right up. Nice play. Great look. And Connell sends it up to Bowman. Too far for him. Good developing play there. Riley Moore again, just with that great vision on the field, found the open hole and was able to pass that ball to Quinn Connell. A great through. And now, here's Haynes on a goal kick. Sends one up. It's over the head of Bowman, out of bounds. Throwing for Steamboat. Taken by Phoenix Tage. Lost the ball. Summit has it for for only a moment before Steamboat takes it back. Worked up, and Lopez couldn't come down with the initial possession. Has a second chance at it. Gets it to Caparelli. Caparelli now to Moore. Steps away from a defender who's down. Again, no call on that as they got the ball. Under 2 to go in overtime period number 1. Axel Kovac dribbled into his own 18 and picked that ball up as it was off of a Summit Tiger player. Giving right back to Wolfson off the foot of Gutierrez, and Wolfson steps away from one man for the Sailors, sends it up that right wing, finds Munoz, Back to Wolfson. Nice little play with the heel there, but Quinn Connell with great speed and good effort. Now a shot comes in, that'll go wide, but great effort from Quinn Connell there to nullify chances for Summit. Most of them came in half one, and he got 2 goals from them. 65 seconds remaining here in overtime period number 1. If no goals are scored in the next 60 seconds, there will be a second overtime frame here from Summit High School. 3-3. Throwing from the far side for the Tigers. It hits off of one player, and Connell sends it up to Caparelli, back to Moore. Settles with the right foot, goes for a long ball. Murphy Bowman. You can see that he's gassed on some of the runs that he's been taking throughout the game. 35 seconds remaining. Bowman's going to just take this for Steamboat. Looking for his options, decides on Tage. Sends it up, headed out. Another throw-in for your Sailors. 25 seconds on the clock now. Bowman steps back. He's going to take a long ball opportunity. Tosses into Quinn Connell. Connell settles, goes to the end line, serves one back. Oh, and it's cleared out by Summit. Good job defensively there from the Tigers. 10 seconds on the clock. Your Sailors have to get this one in quickly. Bounces into Bowman, serves one, and again the Tigers there. And then a header by Moore is going to be cleared out by Chris Lopez. Good effort there from the Sailors in the last seconds of overtime period number 1. Stepping away again here from Summit High School, we're going to head to a second overtime frame. 10 minutes will be put back onto the clock. I believe there's a second one. So we'll step away and be back with more on the other side. Unless that's it. I'm trying to see what's going on here. The team's looking as though that's going to be the outcome here. I'm not sure what's going on here. Give me just a second to see what happens. I think we'll play again. Who knows? Back with more. This is KTYV 105.7 online as well as SteamboatRadio.com. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? I thought there was 2, right?
I'm pretty sure there is.
We're going to start quick. Great. Why is there only 2 officials? It just doesn't seem right. Yeah, the one though, right?
Do you ever notice how grumpy your parents get when else is
Back with you here, just underway with overtime period number 2. Lopez intercepted that initial pass. He gets it up to Connell. Connell's into the 18. A chance with the left foot, serves it across. No one home. It'll be a goal kick, but you could see Quinn Connell jumped right up into play there for the Steamboat Sailors. Almost made something out of nothing as we've entered the last 10 minutes of this game, regardless of another goal being scored or not. Haynes will have this, kicking it off from the near side of the 6. It's golden goal, so a goal would end it. No goals, and we'd have 9:25 of play, and then it'll end in a tie. Your Sailors don't want that. They want the victory. Going right to left on the radio dial here in the second overtime frame. Donning their away white uniforms, red numbers and trim. Here's Riley Moore. Time and space for Moore. He goes for goal, and Moore hits the post, and Bowman heads it just wide. What a chance. Riley Moore almost able to put that one home. Laser beam right off of the outside post turns into a goal kick here. Murphy Bowman knew that he had a chance at that one. He just headed it wide on the rebound as well. Clearing from Haynes goes over Infante's head. Sam Brown takes this one, goes back to Brian Arias, who's checked back into the game to start things off in the second overtime period with a yellow card, so he's just got to be kind of weary of that, but not a whole lot of ball game left. Summit now, clearing attempt, goes off Riley Moore. Now another clear attempt. That one hops over a couple legs. Throwing for Steamboat, far sideline. Arias is going to take it. Tosses into Connell, gives it back to Arias. Too far for him, though. And the return one touch ends up as an out-of-bounds play and a throw-in for Summit now. Tigers are going to have a chance from the end of their own bench to try and throw this one into play and make a little bit of offense happen. Steamboat has been the more dominant team, I'd say, for the better part of that first overtime period with the better chances. Infante goes down. Quinn Connell will get the whistle that blows. Foul and a free kick. Infante has been spending a lot of time on the ground here. He might need to visit Mountain Mattress and Furniture, see if he needs a new bed frame or something. May as well make it feel like a home if you're down there all the time. 7:37 to go, ticking away in second overtime action. This will be it. If no one scores in the next 7.5 minutes, that'll be the game. This is a chance at goal. A chance for Summit, put wide. Wolfson had it on his foot, and he couldn't come up with it. Evan Wolfson, who's already got 2 goals in the game for the Tigers, had a chance to put it home with Axel Kovac completely out of the frame, having challenged that initial service. And so now we'll have a goal kick coming up. Sam Brown will take this for the Sailors, putting it right in the middle of the frame here. Brown pushes one up, hops once, headed down by the Tigers. Challenged by Connell, got it for Moore. Right back to Connell. Give and go play there, and Quinn Connell now reverses course. Opens up space, finds a soft spot, and goes to Arias. Arias now tries to serve one in. He'll get into the 18, and eventually gets right by a defender. And the Tigers, with the misplay on that ball, it ends up going off of a defender, and it will be a corner kick coming up for your Sailors. And the miscommunication has the Tigers team hanging their heads there. 6:25 to go, and here is an opportunity for your Steamboat Sailors. Riley Moore will serve this one in from the far side. Again, right to left on the radio dial here on KTYV 105.7. Moore puts the hand up. He's got 5 swarming. Serves it inside out. Header is up. It's still at the 18. Bowman tries to reverse it towards the goal frame. Headed around again and eventually cleared by Summit, but only so far as Lopez tries to touch it back inside. And then Quezada had a chance at it, and that goes wide. Goal kick now for the Tigers. So the Sailors, while they scored on that corner play in the second half to start things off and bring it to 3-2, Kevin Castor was the man. They've started to go more to the air now, a little bit higher services from Riley Moore, and haven't been able to find as much success. A long ball. This one's going to come back to Sam Brown. Volleys out of the air, finds Quezada. Awkward play there from Quezada. Doesn't end up as a ball moving forward correctly. Here now is Evan Wolfson. Lets it fly. That one also is going to end up very near Highway 9. Goal kick coming up for Steamboat now. Sam Brown will place on the near side of the 6. Just about 5:15 to go in the game. Brown stutters into this one, lets one rip. He's got Riley Moore with that pass. Moore turns around from a player. He's got speed enough to beat him. Moore now into the middle of the field here. Eventually ran out of space, and real estate was cut off there as the Summit Tigers defensive team able to get in the way. Now it's slung outside by Connell to Arias. Switches the pitch near side. Only a Tigers guy there, but Lopez steps in, plays Wolf, gets the ball back for Steamboat. Daniel Lopez going to cut to his left and can't keep possession as it's tackled off of his feet by Haynes. Clearing attempt goes off Riley Moore. Rios will have another chance, this time at a throw in near sideline. But the Tigers weren't upfield in a hurry, at least not enough to... Not enough for Rios, in his opinion. Infante with a fancy pass, intercepted by Steamboat. Your Sailors have the ball again. Lopez inside to Moore. Riley Moore now. Nice ball to Quinn Connell. Time and space for Connell. Keeps going around the corner. Quinn Connell, he's going to go for goal. This one blocked off. Puts one right back into Murphy Bowman. And Bowman turns and fires one that goes off the uprights and stays out. 4 minutes to go in the game, and the Tigers, with another player that's down, they'll stop the clock for this as well. 3:50 to go. They get the time stopped here. It'll be a goal kick for Summit when the Tigers player's okay. I think that's Alan Lopez. He's just getting stretched out, so it looked as though that might have just been a pulled muscle. Step away for 30 seconds, be back with more. Is it because it's cold? Is that why that would be happening as much as it is, though?
That might get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, like pulling muscles, it'll probably season up because it's cold, maybe. Or they're just doing their best Neymar impersonations. That's what it is, isn't it? Hey, when this is done, I'm going to give you that SD card so don't get away without it. So you can give it to Coach, all right? Back with you here in the brisk evening air from Summit High School, your Steamboat Sailors boys soccer team. Just about set to restart here, hoping that Alan Lopez is all right. He hobbled off under his own power. Looks as though, I mean, hopefully that's just a muscle, a pulled muscle, nothing more. I mean, if he's under his own power, it should be all right. Restarting goal kick from Haynes. Goes upfield at the midfield line, taken back by Steamboat. Here's Riley Moore now. Moore stops, and he's going to go for a quick service up. He's looking for Caparelli over his right shoulder. Settles it, keeps it in play at least initially. Gets it by a defender, and Caparelli was trying to turn that corner, couldn't do it. Goal kick coming up. Haynes will have another go of it with 3:14 to go. Setting up to the far side of the 6. Launches this one. It stays a little lower than we've been seeing from him. Quezada knocked it down, headed forward by Castor. Steps into it himself. Swings it outside to Arias. Steps into that ball. Gets it up quickly to Connell. Try to heel pass. Stumbled over the ball himself. And Wolfson takes it for Summit. They'll progress Ifante. Try to go to Wolfson. Intercepted by Moore. Taken by Castor. Castor turns this one up the field for Steamboat. Trying to get his big body in play here. Ended up being forced back to Connell with the pass. Now outside to Arias. Inside looking for Castor. Couldn't connect. Arias jumps on a ball though. Another errant pass from Brian. And they'll be turned the other way as Wolfson takes it the midfield line. Tries to make a run of it. Sends one up. Intercepted by Gabe Davis, who's back out there for Steamboat, and he'll just give it to Riley Moore. Moore inside to Castor. Chip through to the outside. Davis has a read on the ball. Keeps it in play. Nice play there from Davis to keep it alive. Finds Moore. Riley Moore, little shake and bake. Goes for a chip, and Caparelli comes bursting through the seam, but couldn't get a head on it. Cleared out by Summit, and the Tigers just on their heels for the better part of this first and second overtime periods. Have just 2 minutes left in the game. Arias with the long ball attempt into the 18. Haynes trying to challenge, taken instead by Moore, and a corner kick coming up for Steamboat. In the last minute and 49 seconds here of the second overtime, a chance to try and end this thing. Riley Moore steps out. Again, he's got 5 swarming, now a 6. That's Quezada joins the fray as well. Moore puts the hand up, and he'll serve one, looking for Castor. Header from Castor over the goal frame. Kevin Castor there again. He's been such a key part of that set piece on the corner for the Steamboat Sailors. He scored a number of goals already this year on it. He just couldn't get his head on top of the ball there. 1:13 to go in the game now. Tigers will kick it away. It's Haynes once more in lieu of his keep. Sends one up. He's losing steam. Gabe Davis pushes it right back up again for Steamboat. Hops once. Caparelli's challenging, and a foul there against Oliver Caparelli. Free kick coming up for the Summit Tigers. 55 to go in the game. Haynes sets this one again for Summit. Going to step in and try and heave it downfield. This one stays low. I think he's just running out of juice. Castor gets a play on that ball. We'll try and push it right back the other way. And Caparelli earns body position, puts it into the middle of the field. There's Riley Moore challenged behind. He's going to just send one up to Lopez. Lopez gets this, and he goes for goal and misses high and wide. Half a minute to go in the game now, and a goal kick coming up here for the Tigers. Pending any real miraculous plays, this should end in a tie. Now Haynes is just going to take his time and work it to the middle, now all the way across to the 6, and kill off 10 seconds just in that play. 9 on the clock now, and the kid just killed the last 20 seconds of this. So, that's the game. It'll be a tie, 3-3 here from Summit High. That's it here on KTYV 105.7 online at SteamboatRadio.com. It's your Sailor Sports Connection. Next action is tomorrow as the Sailors boys football team has their first home game of the year at Gardner Field. And the first athletic event hosted at the new Gardner pitch. It should be a pretty fun one. They're playing Hotchkiss. And then your Sailors are back on the road again, the boys soccer team, on Saturday for a game against Wheat Ridge. We'll see you then. I'm Blood and Chase, saying so long. Have a great evening.
Please travel safe and have a good weekend. Go Tigers!
All right, dude, sweet. Give that to Coach, please. Thanks for doing that. Let's just keep it rolling, man. I'm saying, like, you guys are the ones who do it, so just make sure it cycles through. Thanks.